Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you are new. I'm Delle. I'm excited to have you here with me today. We're going to be doing a special reading about the total lunar eclipse that's going to be happening in the sign of Virgo, March 3rd, 2026. So it'll find you at that time. I'm going to put it out. I have a little cheat sheet because I'm not the astrology or astronomy person. I just love to look at the stars and I like to know where the constellations are. But so I'm just going to read from the cheat sheet real quick. But it's going to take place March 3rd around 6:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's also a full blood moon, total lunar eclipse. So, and that's the extent of all I'm getting into with that. Just some fun facts, you know. I'm going to stick to what I do best and what I do well, which is tarot and channeling. So we'll get some messages with how this eclipse is coming in and affecting things for you guys, or how it might be. So real quick, all information about me is in the description box. You can find out songs that come through the readings. I just put them on a Spotify playlist, as well as any resources that come through the channel. I just throw it all in the description box, decks I'm using, things like that. How to book a personal reading, it's only done through my website, dellegoddessintuitive.com, as well as it also will work if you go just to dellegoddess.com. I have that URL as well. So if you don't want to type out the whole thing, you can just go to dellegoddess.com. Yeah, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing when you feel called to do so. It's really, really important to me with helping the channel to grow and having you be a part of it especially. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful, and thank you. So without further ado, let's get into the message. We'll begin with some channeling. You might be finding you're particularly tired around this time. I know for me, I'm on like migraine alert whenever an eclipse is happening, because they seem to hit me at the time of the eclipses now. So how you can get around the Spirit is saying, just some direction with this, is just to make sure that you are properly grounding yourself and hydrating yourself. It's important to spend some time outside in nature if you can around the time of the eclipse, before, during, and after. That doesn't mean you need to set up a tent and camp outside, but just taking a few deep breaths in the morning when you get up, just really breathing in the fresh air, connecting with the earth. And also I'm seeing like sometime in the evening around sundown is another good time, or great time to do that, I'm actually hearing. So but I'm already I just feel extra tired around eclipse time, so I know it's okay making sure that I'm staying on top of hydrating, especially with water intake. That's going to be really important as well for you too. Making sure your electrolytes are balanced, so that you are having enough electrolytes, so drinking water that has electrolytes, so it's like spring water or more natural water is coming through as well. They are highlighting too that if you want to add like those little electrolyte boosters to your water, doing so, but making sure that there isn't added sugar is coming through strongly. So, but I'm seeing like Fiji water, something like that, is just a good natural source of water, and spring water. So I'm seeing fortified with a cross through it. So just something as natural as possible is how it's coming through. I don't know if I have to say this, but that doesn't mean go, scoop up a cup of water from your near stream and drink it. So I don't know how healthy that is for you, but anyway, it was coming through just to remind people about that. So please always listen to the messages with discernment. Use your intuition with knowing which ones are meant for you and which ones are meant for someone else. We can leave them there for the other person to collect their messages. It's just like the mail. So it's like a mailbox, checking to see, do I have mail? Which letters for me? Got it. And you leave the other person's mail in the box. So, yeah. Something about coffee is coming through, so let me just get quiet a second. Oh, okay. You can drink all the coffee that you want, but it's not going to fix or cure the appetite problem or the energy problem. So I'm getting a specific message related to somebody who is drinking a lot of coffee as a stimulant, but also as an appetite suppressant. So I'm hearing it's not the actual root of the cause of whatever is happening and going on. And going to the doctor and getting something like lab testing will actually reveal the cause or the problem that you are going through right now. I'm not a health professional, so please definitely do your due diligence with that and seek the appropriate medical professional who can help you with that. But that's coming through really loud. It's like somebody who who's having an energy issue or feeling fatigued or tired all the time. I'm seeing adrenals, I'm seeing cortisol, I'm seeing insulin, but more so cortisol is coming through really loud and clear with that. So thinking that drinking more coffee is helping you get through the day actually is having the reverse effect and affecting like the adrenal glands. So I'm not a medical professional, but that's how it's coming through with the flow of that. So talk to your doctor. So yeah, these are things that might be highlighted right now at the time of the eclipse. The eclipse too, they're showing me it's like everything kind of comes to a head, not to be graphic, but like a pimple. So, and it's ready to pop. So it's just bringing awareness around that, being gentle around it, so we can, you know, kind of take a more gentle approach rather than have like a major thing happen, a major event happen that requires our immediate attention. They're saying rather than that, let's get ahead of it by listening and tapping into your intuition and seeing, okay, what can I do to get ahead of this? The warning signs are already here. And oftentimes too, we think things just happen suddenly. Maybe they do, but sometimes there's warning signs that come up and they're quiet, or we think we'll get to them, like, I'll get to it later, but then we don't get to it later, so it's coming up. And it will get like, I'm seeing I have all this energy right here, like an itch. So it could even be too, this is coming through as like a heart thing. I think, yeah, it's important just to stay on top of your health checkups and just making sure that you are healthy and you're functional, and optimal is the key word. Are you functioning at your optimal capacity? So maybe looking into longevity talks or people who discuss longevity. I'm getting a ton through the body today, but yeah, it's highlighting around the heart too, with cardiovascular health as well as gut health. So things related to the gut, but how stress is impacting the gut. I did so much research on this a few years ago because my health became so out of alignment, it was just nuts. I had to take almost a whole year, like, just to fix my health. It was quite a process, but I'm a bookworm and a nerd, so I researched the heck out of all of this. So it's amazing at how we think we're on top of things and we think we're doing healthy choices and stuff, and it's just like this postponement of the actual work we should be doing, and how much imbalance can take place as a result of that, and then how much work it actually takes to reverse everything. But once you get going and you're on the right path, it's like there's a lot of signs and green flags that indicate, okay, no, this is working for me. But then, you know, committing to it and knowing why you're doing that in the first place. So if anybody wants more information about this, I would be willing to do a video just sharing my personal experience with it, but just comment below and let me know. But anyway, it's coming through for a reason. So your health, your body, your physical vessel is 100%, you know, related to the root chakra. Are we supporting ourselves, and are we able to then be in a sound foundation for ourselves, so that way we are able to vibrate our vibrancy, you know, what makes us alive, our expression of ourselves. So taking care of the physical vessel is really, really important. Health is wealth. You know, you're only as young as you feel. But yeah, Dr. Hyman is a doctor, but he's got a YouTube channel. I think there's a lot of good information on that as well. I can link his channel below if you want to check it out. But I know he talks a lot about longevity lately. So, but the main message here, I feel like I've gone on a tangent. I apologize if I have. It's getting ahead of it. So not putting it off till later, but getting ahead of it. So the eclipse is big time bringing in this energy of now, not later. Deal with it now. Okay, so not to get stern, love you guys, but it's just, that's how it's coming through. Spirit's being like very adamant about this. So let's get some cards. I'm going to begin with an oracle message. So I've got Moonology today, thank you, and then we're going to get some tarot with the Fountain Tarot. Don't know if I've used this deck on the channel before, but I'll link it below, or I'll just write what it is below so you can check it out. You're very close to achieving your goal with the gibbous moon. So for some too, things are just coming up right now because you are close to achieving your goals. So Spirit's kind of stepping in, the universe is stepping into being like, this might sound like a setback because all these health things are coming up. Your car, you could be having sudden car issues too. it might look like a negative, but it's actually a positive. So I'm here just to be guided to share about, like, my car broke down the other day. I drive a manual, so like a stick shift, and one of the cables snapped, and I really need my car this coming week or whatever. So I was kind of like, this is the worst timing this could happen. But then I thought about it. It only took a minute to get there, and I'm like, actually, this is the best time this could happen, because where I'll have to be driving to is a long-term commitment. So it's a good thing my car broke down now, so that way I don't have to worry about it. I know that my car is going to be a reliable source of transportation moving forward, because this issue came up now for me to address. So it's something similar, but it could be showing up. It could be your transportation, it could be your health, it could be like a pipe that burst or something like that, where it appears like the biggest inconvenience in the world, but it's actually the universe helping you stay on track, getting ahead of a problem, so that way you can achieve your goals. So hopefully that makes sense, but that's how it's coming through. And let's get some tarot messages with that. Oh my gosh, I see a group of kids outside riding scooters without motors and helmets. So can you believe? Oh my gosh, it's funny. Sometimes going back to the old school way of doing things is actually like the answer we've been searching for all along, so that's coming through as a message. I feel like my button is hitting the desk, so I'm just gonna roll my sleeve up real quick, because I'm sure you don't want to hear that. So these cards are a little beat up, so give them a second. We have the Nine of Cups coming out already. I'm seeing someone who's like, I'm getting a specific message, like you've come up with a really good soup recipe or something, and you're looking forward to sharing it with your community or something like that. If you're finding you're in a time of mourning, it's like, or there's someone in your neighborhood, that's more the message coming through. If there's someone going through mourning in your neighborhood, it might feel old school to just make them soup or make them a pie or something like that. But it means a lot, and it goes a long way, especially later on down the line. It's like good karma that will come back to you. Not that that needs to be the reason that you do that, but that's what I'm seeing. It's like this kindness you extend now to support someone going through a time of grief or a difficult period. It's like it'll come back around to help support you later on in something. So that's kind of what I'm getting with these two messages, the Nine of Cups and the Five of Cups. I'm hearing it's about like being there for your neighbor. I'm actually hearing being there for thy neighbor, so if that makes sense to you. But that's what I'm getting with the Five of Cups. It's like definitely a card of grief, but how I'm seeing it is that some clearing with that, excuse me, your optimism and your lightheartedness about a situation, it provides like a blanket of healing to this person, where they don't doubt humanity so much anymore. They don't doubt their problems so much anymore. It's like, okay, if this person can be kind, I have some faith, I have some restoration in my ability to move on. Might not sound like a lot, but it actually is. So that's how it's coming through. The next grouping of cards, we've got the Fool and the Two of Wands. Yeah, the Fool is reminding me of the kids that were just going by with this very playful energy. It's giving me like a nature sprite, like a sprite energy, like just very youthful, very exciting, fresh energy. And then the Two of Wands too, with I like it in this deck, and it shows too just like a little world here, but I'm seeing it as like your universe. So how these two are coming together, it's like the eclipse is showing you too, like, how do you want your universe to look like? How do you want your world to look like? Because we often forget too, like, we have a whole universe that exists within ourselves, you know, our perspective. how we operate, how we think, how we feel. And we can actually, I'm getting this message of like, wow, like we can actually feng shui ourselves inside. So if that's interesting to you, I'm just seeing like sit within yourself and seeing like, all right, what needs to be cleaned up? Is there a leak anywhere? Is there, and that will help too with your health. So a while ago I did a reading where it was like the wheel of life or exercise came through, where it's like you can write down your life in categories and go through it. I'm seeing now a kind of a different layout of that, where it's like it's a lot more simple. So I'll write that up and make a PDF and link it below if you guys want to check that out. Very simple, but just going through categories of your life, sitting and meditating with it, always breathing, get your glass of water, and just see like, okay, how's my health looking like? What needs my attention around my health? How's my money, my finances look like? What needs my attention around that? You know, my car, my relationship with my daughter, I just heard, my relationship with my grandkids, my relationship with tension, because that's something that comes up a lot. Do I need to work on that? Do I need to, you know, tend to my plants? Are my, you know, is the outside okay? It's like writing down a category of, okay, what are the 6 or 5, 3, whatever, most important things to you that you need, you can't live without, and then just going through them and saying like, all right, what needs to come into balance? You know, how can I feng shui this? So feng shui is just the Japanese principle of arranging things to get a beautiful flow of energy within your home. But again, it can affect so many different things. It's also good for your office to get the flow of business, good business that you want to attract to yourself. But I'm also seeing Spirit saying, bring it internally. That's the main message. So this eclipse is big time asking you to go within, to go into your internal world, and to see where you can sort some things out. So it's literally just like a home. We can clear things out. We can bring in new beliefs, new ideas, and things like that. Okay, we're not going to eat, I just heard cheese. We're not going to eat cheese for a week and see how we feel differently. Let's bring in some more vegetables instead, see how we feel. Is there a way I can make vegetables more exciting for me to eat, where it doesn't have to be just blanched or something like that, you know? Yeah, so that's the message with that. And then they're saying all 3 with these. So Knight of Cups, 7 of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. So I'll just show you what they look like first. I can't tell if these focus ever. I think my face is in there, so let's see. It's kind of a lightly illustrated deck too. Let's start with this guy who's speaking to me. So the Knight of Cups, getting someone really longs for you. So this might be something that you're picking up on or you're aware of intuitively at the time of the eclipse, where someone longs for you. They're just getting, I'm seeing something about they're getting their own life into balance before they come forward to talk about this with you. This is your energy though. This is how you are. Yeah, I've like, it's weird. I have full body chills just on the right side. So it's something that you are doing is really bringing in a lot of stability and prosperity for yourself. The 10 of Pentacles talks about this like longevity and prosperity, or in terms of prosperity and abundance, making sure your physical world is set. But it's like the 10 of Pentacles to me is like the best of everything. So there's emotional fulfillment, there's like financial security and stability. Our health is really great. We have a wonderful community. We have things that bring us joy. It's like the whole enchilada is in that one too. But with the 7 of Swords, it's like there's a message of saying like, I'm going to decide which battles I want to choose to fight and which ones I just don't want to engage in anymore, because it's just not, it's not serving my highest and greatest good to do so. So I'm going to put the swords down. I don't want to. So there's just something like that, where knowing the difference between a need to defend yourself and a want or a desire to defend yourself so other people don't have a negative word about you to say. And it's what I'm getting, hair is crazy. What I'm getting with that is just, it's like some things are just meant to be sorted out, and some some things are meant to just put it aside and let it kind of deal with itself, because it doesn't have to do with you. It has to do with the other person. So I know that it's kind of a little bit of, you might have to interpret those messages a little bit, because there's feels like puzzle pieces. But yeah, that's what I'm getting is I just feel like there's this energy that's not you, that is just really wants to be able to, I'm hearing like come at you correct, but they have to get correct themselves first. So it's just taking some time. But I see that a mutual thing that you are both working on independently. I don't even think you're discussing this with each other, is picking and choosing, all right, where am I putting my energy into and where am I not? And then taking back the energy, or giving energy to the things that actually matter the most, the things that build this prosperity, that build this happiness, that build this sense of longevity. So longevity, when I hear that word, it's like, I'm hearing Long Train Running. I love that song with the Doobie Brothers. But it's just like things that keep going, the momentum's building and it's going. But longevity to me is like something that just has like an internal program of momentum. Like it's set up for success and it's going to keep going. And it's once it's become imbalanced, it doesn't really take much other than a decision to stop it, or to keep having it go forward. So that's something I'm getting. It's like what you put your effort and energy into, it's like it keeps the train going. But I don't feel like any external influences or forces have a hold on you anymore, like they maybe once did in the past, because you're just choosing, no, I don't want to pay any of my attention to that anymore, as though it was a currency, as though your energy, your attention is a currency, because it is. So it's like, what do I want to invest my time, effort, attention, and energy into, and what's going to give me the best return? And that's what you're pouring into, and it's leading to a lot of happiness. So with the Nine of Cups, there's definitely a lot of emotional fulfillment, a lot of balance. You might have had to be nitpicky to get there along the way, but it's serving a purpose, and it's serving you well. So that's all I have for these eclipse messages. I hope that helped. I hope it wasn't too scrambled. But anyway, I'm sending you all my best, hoping you are well, stay well, and until next time, take care. Bye.